Fresh like I just got a contract. Fresh like I just got a max. Roll up this, we ballin' to the max. Fresh like I got a contract. Moving through the city, we be going. Yeah. Roll up this, you pullin', now you know.
Oh shit, bro. Literally, within a matter of 20 minutes, the landscape of the league has changed forever. We have the trade of all trades. It's Hoops and Brews. I gotta be out of here by 3 o'clock Pacific time. So we got 45 minutes to go in on this trade, on Harden, on the reactions, on if Kyrie want to play, on every single thing that's going on. But as always, it's Hoops and Brews. It's your boy TPJ. Find me on Twitter, Instagram at RealTPJ. If you're watching this right now, drop a like on the video, retweet it, send it to a friend, send it to your grandmama because we about to go in.
We got 154 people watching.
This shit co-stars rap extraordinaire, Pavy, wide world, talk to the people.
Gee, I'm talking about I'm in a meeting, bro. My phone just blowing up. I'm like, bro, what the hell? Gee, somebody, what the fuck? Just stop texting me, bro. I pick up the phone. I see Harden traded. I'm like, I look. I'm still trying to pay attention. I look. I'm like, man, what the fuck? And then I see John Wall Oladipo. I'm like, damn, John Wall got traded. I'm like, damn, I had to go look at everything. I'm like, yo, this is crazy. Crazy deal. Honestly, yo, when I saw the game yesterday, it reminded me the first game I ever covered was Jimmy Butler's last game as a Timberwolves.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
The game yesterday just reminded me of that game. It's just like sometimes, bro, you know where it's like, yo, we can't do this. Like, we can no longer do this. And I think even like the press conference, Harden leaving, it just kind of reminded me of that situation. Like, even though I wasn't there, like physically in person for this one, it just reminded me, even like from distance, like, yo, Harden gotta go. Like, even mid game, I'm like, yo, Harden gotta go, bro. Like, Harden playing one way, John playing one way. Boogie looked like, bro, give me the ball. Silas can't even really coach. Like, Harden had to go, and they did the right thing. Which angle do you want to?
I mean, so let's go ahead and let's actually break it down for the fans that are out there. Let's talk about the full trade. So the full trade, according to Shams and his sources, the Rockets get Victor Oladipo, Dante Exum, Rodons Krukas, 3 Brooklyn first rounders in 2022, 2024, 2026. And they get a Milwaukee Bucks first round pick in 2022 unprotected. And they get 4 first round swaps with the Brooklyn Nets for 2021, 2023, 2025, and 2027. The Nets receive James Harden. The Pacers receive Karis LeVert and a second rounder. The Cavaliers receive Jared Allen and Taurean Prince. So let's just go ahead. Let's talk about it. I mean, Karis LeVert was traded to the Pacers as a part of this. Victor Oladipo went in his deal. This was a humongous deal. So what are your thoughts all around? The Nets also got much smaller in my estimation. And I think that is going to be something that they're going to have to reckon with, not having any size. I think that this year they've shown that they can't defend anybody in the paint. And that's the reason why teams are able to run up the scores and the reason why they haven't been as successful, along with Kyrie Irving going out and partying and hanging out and doing whatever he wanted to do other than play basketball. So I heard Stephen A say something for the first time in years that I agree with, and that was Kyrie might need to retire. And I agree with it. If you don't want to play basketball no more, bro, don't play basketball. But stop wasting everybody's time. Same with Harden. Stop wasting everybody's time, man. Like, he just threw the ball. How you just gonna throw the ball? How you just gonna throw the ball away, G? You ain't say, come get the ball. You get ripped up. You get mad, just throw the ball near out of bounds. Like, come on, man. You got to play better than that. DeMarcus Cousins shouldn't be the person talking to you about professionalism. When Boogie talking to you about professionalism, you gotta rethink some things.
Don't do that. G. Boogie always been professional.
Nah, Boogie didn't always had his issues that we know that Boogie didn't have. And be it with the front office or whatever. So if a guy that's historically had issues with front offices and coaches and stuff like that is telling you wilding out, then you wilding out, bro. He had to get up out of there. And I feel him. Stay at home, bro. We don't even want you around here no more. We'll send your stuff. We'll ship it to you via UPS. Go ahead.
I think the Rockets are the winners. I think for one.
No, the Nets are. If you win a championship, you won.
Yeah, but I'm going with the Rockets because you just reset your whole franchise and you like took a situation that I looked at as hopeless and now you have hope. For one, you about to have like 30 million. You create like 30 million in cap room next summer. I don't know if it's room, but you create 30 million in free space next summer. You also went to a situation where as you have Eric Gordon's deal, who's not the best, and you have John Wall's deal, who's I mean, we'll see what John Wall becomes. If John Wall gets back to being John Wall, then it's a good deal. Who cares? If he doesn't get back, then it's like that's a deal that's bad. But you've cleared up your books. You also have picks now. The Rockets were a team that didn't have picks. You also have picks now, and you see what you do. Like you also give Steven Silas a chance to run his offense and conduct his team the way that he wants to conduct his team. So I think that the Rockets did themselves a huge favor. Like I said, you got rid of Harden's deal. Obviously, the Nets is interesting because I think they could possibly have like the best offense we've ever seen. And if they had the best offense we've ever seen, and fuck all the defense talk. If you're gonna go out there but again, this so much depends on where is Kyrie. Like, where is Kyrie? Like, what is he like? Is he okay? Do he want to be there? Is he locked in? Like, if he not locked in, then like, what did you just traded your whole future. And like, if you don't want to be there, you can't really trade Kyrie because nobody wants him if you don't want to be there. But no, let me tell you, you didn't trade your future because those would be late first round picks anyway. So it's not like those would be, top picks. But I don't think just James Harden and Kevin Durant I could be crazy, but takes your offense to be where it needs to be with your lack of defense that you're going to have. Like, I like DJ, but Jerry Allen have been playing better than DJ on both sides of the ball. On both sides of the ball. Like, DJ, there was times this year where he can't even catch the ball on the damn pick and roll. Jared Allen been better defensively. He been better offensively. And I think that's the biggest thing that the Nets will miss is Jared Allen. And even Taurean Prince, a guy who was a solid wing defender. I mean, you got Jeff Green, and you think Jeff Green can replicate some of the things that Taurean Prince gave you. But I think Taurean Prince is younger, a little bit more athletic at this age. And I think that'll be missed as well. But, I mean, it's very, very exciting. I mean, you talk about in Brooklyn, you like talk about a team that every game is a race of 130. And if all those guys are locked in and, completely engaged, you can see a style of offense, especially being coached by Mike D'Antoni, which was like a huge thing. Harden gets to go back with D'Antoni. And D'Antoni is a guy who before D'Antoni got Harden, he wasn't the Harden that we look at now. He wasn't no MVP candidate every single year, James Harden, before D'Antoni got him. So he back with D'Antoni, and you put that with Kyrie and KD. If they're all there, engaged and healthy, this could be this could be an offense of proportions that we've never seen before. For the Pacers, I think it's good. I think it's great actually because you get Oladipo off. Oladipo's a guy he wanted to go. You had been trying to trade him in the summertime. You couldn't really gauge interest, one because he was just coming off an injury, so he didn't look too well in the bubble. You get a young guy with Karis LeVert to pair with Malcolm Brogdon in your backcourt, so your backcourt is locked down for the next 3 years. Karis' deal isn't crazy; it's just $60 million. And I don't think, and you think that maybe Karis has a little bit more. Well, no, not a little bit more, a lot more potential than what Oladipo has. So I think it's good for them. And for the Cavs, I think it's great as well. I think you get Jared Allen, and also I think this means Andre Drummond is on the trade block. I mean, he had 1 year at $28 million. You get Jared Allen.
I thought he signed an extension.
He didn't.
He didn't?
He didn't. No, he didn't. All he did was pick up his
player option. Oh, okay.
So he's at $25 million, and I think that means that he's on the trading block. I think you look at Jared Allen. I think this is his. I think they have to pay him after this year with the way Jared Allen played. I also think it's better for them. I think it puts the ball more in Sexton and Garland's hands. I think that I think that you can play a little bit faster. I think that they had to play a little bit of a slow down pace with Drummond because I think Drummond is a guy who you have to get the ball to in the half court and to kind of like let him navigate a little bit. I think now Jared Allen, you can just run a lot of pick and rolls for Sexton and Garland, put the ball in your guard's hands and kind of just run it from there. But I love this for the Cavs. Like I said, I think Drummond is on the trading block. I don't think that this will be the last trade that we see in the next 72 hours. I think Drummond is a guy who will be on the move. And I would love to see Drummond in maybe Toronto.
So you think now is when the trade market is going to heat up as opposed to during when maybe trades kind of the trade deadline?
I just don't understand why you would keep Drummond, JaVale, and Jared Allen on the same team. It just doesn't make sense to me. how are you going to even find time for all those guys?
I think they're going to cut JaVale, in which if I'm the Nets, I go and I sign JaVale.
I mean, if they cut, but
Honestly, if I'm the Clippers, I go and sign JaVale McGee too, because I think the Clippers need more size in their front court as well. I don't think they have enough size in their front court. I don't think long term when they play larger teams they're going to be able to defend that well. Also, from my perspective, because I guess I'll go ahead and talk about how I feel about it. When I first got as I was seeing things heat up, and once I started to see Woj and the other people, started to say that this thing is getting legs, I realized, okay, he really about to get up out of there. I think that they really just hit the final straw with him last night. It's like, dude, if you're not going to play with any heart, then I don't know what else to tell you other than you have to go.
Apparently, it had been heating up even before last night. I guess last night was the absolute calm. That's probably why it looked the way it looked. They probably knew a deal was close, and everybody was probably just mentally checked out of that situation. And last night, it probably just all came to a head.
Yeah, and for me, my biggest thing is I think that regardless of that, I think still, you have to go out and be a professional. And that's kind of something that I want to talk about as well. Do you feel like Harden kind of ruined his reputation in a way? I feel like that, to me, he kind of sullied his reputation. He was always a team first guy, or at least it seemed that way. And I'm sorry, I saw a lot of selfishness from him over the past of the last like 8 months that I didn't really rock with. And I thought he was a guy that was a team leader. And clearly, as I've called him before, small game James, it just shows me exactly why it is what it is. Because I don't care who you are. Superstars of a certain caliber don't force their way out of cities in a manner at which he did it. Even Anthony Davis still remained a professional through it all. They tried to go about it in a private manner. The franchise didn't want to, essentially acquiesce to his demands. So they put out a public letter. But Anthony Davis was still there on that sideline every day, cheering and being a proactive member of that team. When they played him for 20 minutes a game, he was still going out there playing and giving his all and competing with effort. I just didn't like the way he went out. He went out sad. He went out super sad. And I just didn't appreciate that as a fan of basketball and someone who has been a constant critic of him. I thought that if anything, you go out and you just say, look, I don't want to play. Like, I'm cool if when you go in the locker room, every time the coach talking to you, look, you already know what it is. But when you get on the floor, you can't be going against what they doing. You can't be standing out there running ISOs when they trying to run more motion offense. You at least got to act like you want to be there, because that's what leaders do. They show up regardless of the circumstance, and I didn't feel like I got that from him. Even Kobe Bryant, you never question Kobe's effort and his heart. Including in times when you thought that he might have wanted out of LA, you question his heart. When you question his heart.
The 3-1, the last game when he just passed the damn ball the whole time and didn't shoot.
I disagree with that.
When they lost that damn 3-1 lead and everybody was on Kobe.
Was they gonna win a championship that year?
Was the Rockets win a championship this year?
No, that's not the point. Was they gonna win a championship that year? And up to the whole point in time, they had been complaining and criticizing them. And criticizing him. How you gonna get mad at him for doing the thing that you criticize him for, and then when he do it, you say he quit? How that makes sense? Versus a guy out there that clearly quit and don't want to be there.
Think of the thing with Harden.
We not gonna act like that's the same. Harden clearly quit and did not want to be there at all. Kobe didn't quit and don't want to be there. He like, y'all want to talk shit? I'm gonna prove a point to y'all. Shut up when I want to take them jumpers.
Stop, because I fundamentally disagree with you. I think the last 2 games were terrible. Also, it's exacerbated by the fact the Lakers actually just look kind of incredible. On top of that, the Lakers actually just look really, really good. I think the last 2 games were terrible, but Harden, when he was there this season, now granted, he might have been stuck in, some of his offense, obviously. But when he was there, he played incredible. He was shooting probably some of the best he ever shot from the field. The first game he played was great. I think it's on everybody. Everybody looks a little weird in this situation. For one, Harden told y'all before the season, I do not want to be here.
And
you thought that you could bring him in.
You're under contract.
You thought that you could bring him in and change his mind. When you hold a player against his will, this is the kind of situation that you create. You knew that man didn't want to be here. I personally think, for the most part, when he showed up, he played basketball. Christian Wood was looking great. He did.
And how was a halftime announcer saying the man quit and all that stuff when there's all that's going on then? How?
The man is out there averaging like 28 and 12 and shooting like 50% from the field. He's fine. Now, again, I think the last 2 games
not fine.
Terrible.
He wasn't fine. He wasn't fine.
No, it's
James
fine.
Harden looked like James Harden, bro.
Yeah, for the most part.
Okay. That looked like the guy that was averaging 35 last year. That came into the season in extremely good shape.
Wait. Last year he didn't come into the season in extremely good shape.
He came back into the bubble in very good shape.
Yeah, the bubble in very good shape.
So why you can't come back to the new season in good shape?
Listen. I don't think Harden is that out of shape. But listen, I don't think Harden is that out of shape. I think Harden is a husky guy in general. Now he's picking up age in general. It's hard to keep weight off when you get older anyway. And also, I actually think Harden is kind of slowing down on top of that, which is one of the reasons why I said I would be careful in a trade for Harden, because I think Harden is slowing down. Even when I look at Harden, the first step ain't the same no more. He's not as athletic as he, once was. He's even like a little bit more ground bound. I think a lot of what people are seeing is just the fact that Harden took a step back. Now he's still good. Obviously, he's still gonna be one of the best.
Such a James Harden apologizer, sympathizer. Come on.
No, how? Look, like I said, I think the last two games were terrible. I think yesterday was terrible.
The guy who averaged 35, 6 months ago or 4 months ago ain't take a step back.
Yes, he did. Because
the step back was called partying and riding Lambos with Lil Baby.
No. Because for instance, even in the bubble, Lou Dort wouldn't have done that to that man 3 years ago.
He was in great shape in the bubble. What you talking about?
And look, he couldn't get past Lou Dort. He couldn't.
Lou Dort played good. He played good defense. Luguentz Dort played good defense.
You know why he played good defense?
Period. He been playing good defense on everybody. You should have been telling me Andrew Wiggins gonna be an All NBA defender this year, and you got the nerve to question Luguentz Dort after what he did last year.
Listen, I thought Harden was slowing down even in the season last year before they even shut down. He looked different. I thought he hurt his thigh. I thought he came back to the bubble in a little bit better shape. But again, I thought that Lou Dort was having the success against him that he was having, partly because Harden's getting older and he took a sight of a step back. He's not the same guy with the same speed that he once had. And again, Harden is averaging 24 points and he's shooting, now it's down to 44, but he's averaging 10 assists. I don't think he's been terrible.
He ain't been great, and that's what we expect from him.
He hasn't.
Greatness. And now he gonna come here and he gonna rag Kevin Durant coattails to Eastern Conference Finals loss, because this team right here, by the way, let's go ahead, let's talk about it. Are the Brooklyn Nets now the favorites in the NBA to win a championship? I say hell no to the no. Go ahead. No? I say no. I'm looking at them and I'm like, nah, G. I guess Pavy got to run and do something real quick. But no, I'm looking at them and they're not the favorite to win it all. We all know what my nickname for James Harden is. It's Small Game James. And this trade is not going to take away the fact that he's still Small Game James. Kevin Durant has played very, very good. Kyrie Irving be missing in action half the time. This man want to go to birthday parties. He want to hang out with his friends. He want to do every single thing but sit down or not sit down and go out and play basketball. It's like, what is going on? So no, this team is not the favorite to me. Honestly, they still not the favorite to me in the East. I have to see it come together. I have to see it work. I have to see the continued effort on defense. They also lost Jared Allen, who was playing way better than DeAndre Jordan was this season. So now you have absolutely no size in the front court. You can run out five smalls, but those five smalls have to be able to defend Giannis. They have to be able to defend Bam Adebayo. They're going to have to be able to defend guys like Tatum and Brown in the paint, going in the paint and doing all of that. They're going to have to be able to even defend teams that are more wing-oriented, that have presence, including actually the Pacers. The Pacers are a team now with Karis LeVert that are a team that's actually scary. I low-key think Karis LeVert this year might wind up being an all-star. So Domantas Sabonis, I think, will already be an all-star. Now you have a good 1-2 punch combination out there. Malcolm Brogdon has already been playing very, very well. Karis LeVert is good at driving. He's good at shooting. He's good at handling the ball. Malcolm Brogdon has made a more concerted effort to actually go out there and drive the ball more over the past couple of years than he did when he was in Milwaukee. So I'm still looking at the Nets roster, and this roster on paper is fire in terms of 1 through 3, but the rest of it ain't really that fire to me. You still got to be able to worry about night in, night out being able to defend. If you can put up 140, cool. But if you giving up 145, that ain't cool. And KD, I don't care what nobody say. he ain't gonna never defend like he was defending when he was healthy. He's never going to defend like he was defending when he was in Golden State. He's never going to defend at the level at which he was defending when he was in his prime. So now you essentially shift this guy, Kevin Durant, to the 4 permanently. Because the starting lineup going to be what? Kyrie Irving, James Harden, who? Is it Kevin Durant at the 3? Is it going to be Joe Harris at the 3, Kevin Durant at the 4, DeAndre Jordan at the 5? Who coming off the bench with the size? You have no size on your bench. Also, you have no more bench scoring now. None. 0. Also, if Kyrie go rogue again, what you gonna do when Kyrie go rogue again? If he go rogue again. I know the NBA season is on 3 legs, but we just talked about this with James Harden. Professionalism. I'm not sitting up here saying this team is gonna win jack-ish until I see them in full form, fully realized, because also, there was a New York reporter today that tweeted that sources were telling him that Kyrie Irving was not happy with the signing of Steve Nash to be the coach and that he felt as though the team did not consult with him in the manner. Actually, okay, this is according to Thomas CD on Twitter. He says, update on Kyrie Irving situation. And this guy is a New York Knicks reporter, an Emmy winner, very, very trusted reporter. Update on Kyrie's situation. I'm told he's been furious at the organization for some time for not giving him more input on the head coaching hire. He was not in favor of Steve Nash. Also, his relationship with Kevin Durant has been described as quote unquote very distant recently. I'm not taking this team to win nothing until I see it. Because honestly, I still feel like my son Giannis is in the clutch. He waiting with his hands on the blicky to let it go, because last year he did all that talking, all the putting the crown on, all of that shit, and he went out and he lost like a sucker. I think this year Giannis know, I'm just gonna shut up and do the work. I'm gonna shut up, I'm gonna get better, I'm gonna take care of my body, take care of myself. MVP ain't a concern. Because last year I feel like he made a very concerted effort to do that back-to-back MVP. I think he made a very concerted effort to just try to take his game to another level in terms of scoring, rebounding, and actually passing the ball, including when I talked to Giannis the first half of the season, where he said that he's just making better reads now with the basketball. That's the reason why his assist numbers have went up, because he studied and tried to make and has been trying to make better reads. So Giannis still waiting in the clutch. The Pacers are still a tough team. The Celtics are still a tough team. I don't think that the East is nothing to just scoff at anymore, or just poo-poo. And also, if the Raptors are still going to be trash and they execute a trade and trade away Siakam or Lowry, the balance of the East can still change more. Go ahead, Pavy. The Nets, are they the favorite to win it all to you now? Talk to me. Talk to me, big fella.
No, I don't think they are. I still think the Lakers have a better balanced team. I just think that the Nets, the one question that they have is defense. And it's a huge defense, and do Kyrie want to be there? Like the report that you said, like if Kyrie don't want to be there and if he not gonna be engaged, and I mean, yeah, they still have a great offense, but I don't think that's good enough to. Can they beat the Sixers? Can they beat the Celtics? Can they beat the can they beat the Bucks? I mean, when Giannis look in the lane now, who there? Who there? When Giannis look in the lane, who there? I mean, who gonna guard Brook Lopez?
Who?
For real? Who gonna guard Brook Lopez? Like, who gonna guard any of these people?
Who gonna guard Tatum? That's an honest question. Who guarding Tatum?
KD did a KD did a
Tatum
great job.
for 7 games.
KD
Damn.
KD can do it,
bro.
What?
Utah, Washington, Orlando, Boston, and Atlanta, Phoenix. You got postponed.
Yeah. Tatum, KD can do a decent job on Tatum. Jaylen Brown is an issue. I don't know who's guarding Jaylen Brown. I think that's an issue. But as far as Tatum, I think KD can do a decent job on Tatum. But as I was saying, no, I don't think that as currently constructed, they are the favorite to win it all. Can it happen? I mean, yeah, sure. You know, if the offense hits, everybody, buys in and they do something, historic. Mike D'Antoni is there. I'm never going to doubt what Mike D'Antoni can do offensively. And if you can't do it with this team, if you can't
Philly, you sick too. Because I forgot about Philly in terms of front court. Go ahead.
Yeah. So
Philly Philly in terms of offense, right? What you talking about? I thought Harden would have took Philly to another level than I think he would have took the Nets. Go ahead. in terms of offense. I
I
don't
agree.
think the Nets get any better offensively.
They do. They do.
I don't
They
really
do.
think they do.
The reason why I think they do is because they have an actual playmaker. I think Kyrie can just go back to being more so, a complete assassin, a mercenary. Like, yo, when you get the ball, your job is we gonna Iman would say that he would do. Man, it would be sometimes they would just get Kyrie the ball for 2 minutes straight, walk on the other side of the court, and just watch what happens. I think you can do that with Kyrie. I think Harden can set the table for everybody else. I see KD doing it a lot, and even though KD can do it, I don't think that that's what you want KD doing. Also, I think that KD was playing in areas of the court that don't necessarily benefit him for success, long-term success. Okay. So I think that Harden he takes their offense to another level because he's by far their best playmaker. But also, I think you probably lost your best lob threat in Jared Allen, which I think is something that will have an impact for Harden. Just even looking at what he was doing with Christian Wood. I mean, obviously, I know DJ can go get it, but not like DJ once could go get it.
I just really want to know why the Rockets traded for Oladipo, G.
Because he has $21 million left on a 1-year deal. They want
okay,
money,
you know what? Yes, never mind. I forgot about that. Never mind. I just said never mind. I forgot about that. I forgot about his deal.
So, no, I don't think that they are the favorite to win it all. I think that they have a very intriguing situation.
I still would have rather have had Karras, though. I'm sorry.
No, I don't want to pay you thinking about basketball a little bit too much. They thinking about we want to get rid of this money. You want to get rid of you think about basketball entirely too much, G. Relax, G. Everybody not trying to win like you trying to win, G.
I want to win. I can't help it that they don't want to win.
The owner is in the restaurant business. He's taking obviously a huge hit in 2020, 2021 because of the pandemic. Already, he was a cheap owner. He let Trevor Ariza go over fucking $9 million. I
agree with that.
But the reason
the man was a BBL and then they cut the man.
The reason why I don't agree with it when he did it was because if you look at that team, you think, man, if Chris Paul just would have been on that team, maybe we win that game 7. And he was out. So at that point in time, I think you pay him that money and you try to run that back. He let him go over $9 million or something like that. So if he was that dedicated to winning, he would have just paid the $9 million and tried to run it back with the same thing. But listen, they were missing that Ariza piece forever. They finally somewhat found it with Daniel House, and he want to get horny in the bubble. So they had been missing that Ariza piece allegedly. So they had been missing that Ariza piece forever. So again, for the Rockets, you just want to be able to share some salary. You get Harden's contract off the books. You still have Wall's contract. But like I said, I mean, it looks like John Wall's doing fine. Also, you put the ball back in John Wall's hands.
Yay.
You put the ball back in John Wall's hands. John Wall's still a guy who can probably go out there and get you, 20 and 10 maybe, or close to it. 18 and 10, something like that maybe. And if he can do that, that makes that deal not bad. But to stay on subject, no, I don't think that they are the favorite to win it all. I still think it's the Lakers. I mean, even when I was watching the Lakers yesterday, granted, it could be just because of how, the Rockets were looking. But to me, it looked like LeBron got better. It just seemed like
LeBron didn't get better, bro. It's just time, bro.
Listen, bro. Listen,
I've heard it all, G. LeBron got better at 36.
Yeah, listen, bro. I think his jump shot is the best that it's ever been. I think it's 3. To me, I think the best that he shot the ball was his last year in Cleveland. Now, let me look up the stats to make sure that I'm right about that. He's shooting 36% right now. That is the highest he ever shot was 40% when he was in Miami, but he was taking 3 a game. He's taking 6 threes and shooting 36% from 3. I think that he's shooting some of the best that he's ever shot. And I personally think that there's just a different level of calm I see when I look at LeBron's game now. And even like Anthony Davis, I think there's just a different level of calm that I see.
Yeah, because they know they won a championship and they can just chill out.
Exactly. But like I feel like they have a level of we know how to do this now. And I think the Lakers are the favorites. I still wouldn't even count out the Sixers. I mean, obviously, Ben Simmons got to stay healthy and B got to, stay healthy. But I wouldn't even count out the Sixers, the Celtics, the Bucks. So no, I don't think that they are the favorite to win it all. I do think that they provide a intriguing they are a potentially very, very intriguing team. If it hits, it might hit, but also it might not hit. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not upset at that. So let's go ahead and let's back it on up to the actual trade talk, and let's actually just, kind of break down this trade a little bit more. I actually want to talk a little bit more in depth. You're a guy, obviously, we had the segment on here that everybody was laughing at and that we had some fun with called GMO Pavy. From a GM perspective, can you just talk a little bit in terms of what these picks can potentially represent for the Rockets? Because they're getting these picks from really two teams that aren't bad teams. So if you're the Rockets, just expound upon what you believe in regards to this deal. Also, Dante Exum is a guy that is historically injury prone as well. So I guess if you're looking to I understand that. So just speak on that. I want you to actually speak on that a little bit more, because I know you love to, get inside your GMO hat. I'm sorry, inside your GM mode hat. And I saw you tweet that this was a great trade. So talk to us.
Yeah, I think Exum and Exum and Oladipo are just really salary dumps. If I just keep those guys, run them out there for the season.
My guy, shout out to you for donating.
Shout out to you, bro. I keep those guys. I run them out there for the season. Let they contracts run out. It's been real. We'll see you later. Take the money and we decide what we want to do with it in free agency. Also, you have to give Steven Silas his offense a chance. Like, you signed him. And again, he was the architect behind the Mavericks having the best offensive rating in NBA history. Whether they were the best offense ever, that's something we can debate, but it's a fact that they had the best offensive rating in NBA history. So you got to let that man coach his team the way he want to coach his team. And I think that you allow yourself to do this. Also, all these picks allow you to, let's say you want to trade John Wall. You can attack some of these picks to make things look more favorable. And also, if I'm not mistaken, I think the Rockets have like swap picks with the Thunder, or like they swap picks with like the Pistons, but it's like a protection. So if they get really, really bad, they can still keep their pick. So again, picks are just like draft. It's just like having equity in like a company. It's just like draft capital. It's just like, like buying like stock. Like this pick. Like, hey, what if the Nets become terrible? They're all unprotected picks. What if they become terrible? What if Kyrie don't want to come back? What if Harden, I don't know, he ain't the same? What if KD, you never know what may happen. You don't know what may happen. Even like with the Bucks, you don't know what may happen. And again, the Nets picks are, like I said, unprotected. They didn't put no protection on them. That's a very volatile situation for them. You don't know what may happen. So those picks may be later on in the first round. I mean, you can still get some good guys down. I mean, Kuzma, a late first round pick. I think Josh Hart was a late first round pick. Jimmy Butler was a late first pick. There are still LeVert was himself a late first pick. I think if I'm not, he was like 20 something. Jared Allen was like the 22nd pick in the draft. So you can still get some good guys down there. But to me, it's about being able to have some flexibility. I think now they finally have cap room and they finally have some picks. They have kind of like reworked themselves out of the hell that they were in when it came to salary and when it came to not having no young guys. I think now they finally have a potential to get. They went from being one of the older teams in the league to being one of the younger teams in the league.
Okay. I'm not upset at that.
Well, having the potential to be one of the younger teams in the league and a contract like Eric Gordon, they probably want to get him the fuck out. Like, what place does Eric Gordon serve anymore? But you gave that man $75 million for the next 4 years. You probably want to get him out. Maybe we can attach some of these picks, get him out, get another 1 year deal back in here, and then next say we have $40 million, $50 million in cap room.
Eric Gordon is a guy that actually, if I'm the Clippers, I wouldn't mind them swapping him for Lou Will.
You can't. Salary not gonna work.
Why?
Lou Will getting like $8 million. EG getting like 17. You would have to attack something else.
Okay, true. I mean, it depends who the Rockets trying to send back.
What you mean who they trying to send back?
I mean, if I'm the Clippers, the same way these teams are just able to organize this deal, who are you trying to send back? And let's see if we can find another party interested, because I think Eric Gordon instantly makes the Clippers better. You get another ball handler, you get more 3-point shooting.
You get better defense.
You get better defense. I like Lou Will, but I truly believe that it might be Lou's time to just go and find another team to be able to influence. I wouldn't mind seeing Lou randomly wind up in a place like a Boston or even on the 76ers or something like that. I really think that, like, I wouldn't mind seeing Lou on the 76ers.
I wouldn't mind Lou. I wouldn't mind Lou back in Houston, because I just look at what Trey Burke became last year, and I look at especially what Trey Burke became in the playoffs last year. You can't tell me that Lou can't kind of replicate that in that style of offense for the Rockets. And also he is on a 1 year deal. So you talk about releasing cap room. that would release some cap room for you, depending upon how much you take back.
Yeah, I agree. And shout out to all of you guys. If you're watching this right now
Yeah,
and you have not, it's almost 1,000 people in here watching us, and I still see 50 likes on the video, G. How, G? How, bro? It's 1,000 of y'all, G, and it's 50 likes on the video, bro. If these videos don't say hundreds of likes at the end of this video, I'm gonna be mad at y'all. I took off work in the middle of my work day to get up here and drop some hot takes, and y'all can't even drop a like, G. We got to talk about likes. We talk about likes. We talk about having videos not at 100 likes. Y'all told us y'all was riding with us, and we can't even get to 100 likes, G. I'm hurt, bro. Every one of our videos should be at 100 likes, bro. And y'all be having us out here looking like suckers, but y'all be in the comments commenting. Come on, let's get it. But anyways, let's get it. Fans, if you're here right now for the last 10 minutes of the show, we are going to take fan questions. If you have a question, drop your question in the comment section after you drop a like. And if your question is good enough, we will answer it. And if you donate to us via Super Chat or you hit us up on the Cash App at HNB Media, we will answer your question first. So go ahead, drop your fan questions in after you drop a like. Get these videos up to as many likes as possible. Let's go. Stop doing that. Let's get it. Run it up. Run it up. Let's go. So let's go ahead. First fan question. All right, let's get it. I see y'all. There we go, big dogs. I see y'all. I see y'all out there. Now go ahead, drop your question now. I see some of y'all drop them likes. Drop your question now. Somebody said, is Kyrie a top 3-point guard? Not anymore. I'm sorry.
When he's there, sure.
No. Then he's not a top 3-point guard.
When he's there, yeah.
Then he's not a top 3-point guard.
Again, we have to.
What's the best skill set you can have?
But
Exactly, G.
Games. Again, we have to see with Kyrie. Like, I don't know. Like, nobody knows what Kyrie mind at, G. Like, nobody. Who's
your top 3-point guards in the NBA right now?
Dame Lillard, Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving.
I'm sorry, I can't rock with that, bro. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna be real honest with you.
Here you go. I know what you're going to
say. No, what?
LaMelo Ball, top 3.
No, I'm not going to say LaMelo Ball. I'm not going to say LaMelo Ball. I actually think Malcolm Brogdon is better than Kyrie Irving at this point in time. Trae Young is better than Kyrie Irving at this point in time. Yeah, drop your questions. Drop your questions. If they good, we going to answer them. If they not good, we not answering. If you don't get your question answered immediately.
I'm not going to Trae yet because I still think Trae needs to get smarter, and Trae brings even less of defense than what Kyrie brings because of size.
I'm not upset at that, but I do think Malcolm Brogdon is a better point guard.
I'm not angry at it. I just disagree with it because I just think that Kyrie just had
I wouldn't even be upset if someone wanted to argue me that Jamal Murray was a better point guard than
I would
him.
be very mad if you wanted to argue.
I wouldn't, to be honest. Not at this point in time. You have to be available. If you aren't available, then it is what it is. Yo, shout out to the bro, man. Shout out to the homie Eric Ramirez. He donated and he told y'all to drop likes. Damn. Shout out to you, homie. Anyways, somebody said right now, who's leading the MVP race? What do you think? Pavy?
What's up?
Who did you hear what I just said?
MVP race?
Yes.
I mean, I think it's back to Embiid. It's either Embiid or Braun. I think they're kind of like tied right now. I mean, because Embiid just had the 46-16 4-block performance the other day, and also Braun broke the Rockets. Well, Braun and the Lakers broke the Rockets. I think Braun has the highlight of the season so far. And
with that turnaround 3?
Yeah.
Steph Curry been doing that for years, G. I don't want. That's the weakest shit I ever seen in my life. Steph Curry been doing that for years. From 35. They ain't the highlight of the season. Get out of here. Get out of here, G.
Bro.
Get out of here.
TP, stop, G. How many times did people replay Steph turning
around? Hold on. Hey, Albert, G. That is way too much info, bro. The fuck? I just hopped out the shower to the video. What? Way too much info, G. Shout out to you, bro. Travis Harley said Kyrie is definitely not top 3. I agree with you. But go ahead. Continue talking about LeBron Player of the Year.
But nah, I think that's the Player of the Year so far.
Luka's a small forward, by the way. He's still listed as small forward. That's the only reason why he's not a top 3-point guard.
But no, I think that right now it's half and half between Braun and Embiid. And then in that next tier, I think I got PG, and then I got like Steph and Jokic down there after that.
Yeah, I'm not upset at that. For me right now, I got Steph Curry as my MVP. I got Embiid number 3. I got LeBron number. I'm sorry. I got Embiid number 2. I got LeBron number 3. I have Paul George at 4, and then actually at 5, I still have I personally at 5, and I know you're gonna be like, shut up when I say this, but I actually have Jaylen Brown and not Jason Tatum. I think Jaylen Brown this year has been a much better player than than Jason Tatum. He's been much because you might be like, nah, you might not agree with that.
No,
but to me, I have Jaylen Brown actually there ahead of Tatum. I've been telling you for a couple years, and they got Jordan, Pippen potential. The problem is one of them's supposed to be Jordan, and I still don't know who it is, and I think it's Jaylen Brown, but he's not Jordan. So if he's not Jordan, then they really won't be Jordan and Pippen. They'll just be another good, solid duo.
They PG and Kawhi. They got 2 forwards playing together.
I'm not upset at that. I'm not upset at that at all. Somebody said, is Jeremy Grant the most improved player of the year so far?
Him and Christian Wood.
Christian Wood. Okay, I'm not upset at that. Him and Christian Wood, I'm not upset at that. I think Christian Wood actually deserves to get in there. Somebody said, what do you think the Heat should do? Nothing. I think they're resting their players. I think they're taking their time. I think they are doing.
They gotta get healthy. Number one, I
don't think they care about getting healthy right now. It's the first leg of the season. I know, so they ain't caring about getting healthy in terms of playing. Oh yeah. I thought you meant like injured. I thought you meant injured. I mean, they ain't worried about getting injured. Oh, my bad.
Get unsick first.
Yeah, somebody says, should the Rockets start Kenyon Martin Jr.? Should I do a line of cocaine on this show right now? No, stop playing. You got Victor Oladipo and John Wall. No. Somebody said Julius Randle should get most improved. No, I don't believe he should. And also the Knicks got to show it to me. And shout out to the homie Art. Hit that like button. Go ahead.
About most improved is I think that most improved should go to people who like Randle has been a quality player in the league.
Yeah, very quality.
He might have he might have gotten better, but he's not having a breakout season. I don't think. I think he's having a better season so far. Without a breakout season, I don't think.
I don't think it's a breakout season.
When you look at what Christian Wood and Jeremy Grant did last year, wasn't this shit? Jeremy Grant wasn't going out there averaging 25 points last year. That's like I don't know how many point increase, but it's a huge point increase.
Yeah.
So far.
Yeah. And so for the last question of the show, we're going to go with this one. Do you all think Talen Horton-Tucker is for real? Yes.
For real, though.
I think he's for real. I forgot who I was talking about with this. I might have been you or whoever it was. But we were talking about the Lakers getting better.
About LeVert already.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about we talked about.
Bro said, why haven't we talked about LeVert? Like we talked about LeVert.
Oh, we talked about all that. If you missed the show, go back and rewatch it. And when you rewatch it, drop a like. But as far as THC, yes, he's for real. I think he projects to me as being a better, more defensive, ready version of CJ McCollum. I think that he can alleviate the Lakers' need to actually have to want to go out and sign another max player, unless by act of God some other crazy superstar becomes available. But honestly, I think the Lakers are good right now, and mainly it's because of they have THT to stand behind them. But that's kind of how I feel about that. How you feel about that? Do you think THT is for real?
I don't know yet. I mean, I got to see more. I mean, I'm not as high on him as other people are. I think he's a good player. I think he's an NBA player. I think he'll be in the league for, a very long time. I think he can be a guy who can average 15, 16 points and play some solid defense. I'm not as high on him as other people are.
You're tripping. He's 20 years old doing this.
Yeah, 15, 16 points.
He's 20 years old. He could, if he was starting for a team, he'd give you 15, 16 points right now. A game.
Yeah, but
tweaking.
Listen.
You tweaking, but I gotta go. So let's get out of here because I literally have to go. I told you that. Hard out at 3. Get your plug in. We will argue about Talen Horton-Tucker another day.
Haverbs.com. Holla at me.
Yep, and it's been your boy TPJ. Follow me, Real TPJ. Make sure you subscribe and you drop a like. We appreciate you guys. We will get up with you with Hoops and Brews in a couple days. Pavy gonna cover the Pelicans game tonight since Zion ain't playing. And until then, we will get up with you all later. Thanks for watching. Thank you all you guys for donating who donated. And thank you all. We appreciate it. Until next time, it's been your boys of Hoops and Brews. Peace out.
Fresh like I just got a contract. Fresh like I just got a max. Roll up this, we ballin' to the max. Fresh like I got a contract. Moving through the city, we be going.
Yeah.
Roll up this, you pullin', now you know.
Hey man, sorry, but I had to come back and give a special shout out to my homie Teddy Hart. He said if we ever need an intern, let us know. Teddy Hart, if you in Los Angeles, hit us up, because I'm looking for an intern and I'm looking for an assistant. We appreciate you. Thank you very much. Once again, it's been Hoops and Brews. Shout out to all of the fans. Without you guys, we're nothing. Thank you again. We appreciate it. Talk to y'all soon. Peace out.
Fresh like I just got a contract. Fresh like I just got a max. Roll up this, we ballin' to the max. Fresh like I got a contract. Moving through the city, we be going.
Yeah.